The locals say the road was cursed long before the disappearances began. They whisper about headlights that never reach the end and voices that call your name from the fog. Tonight, I took that road. And if you re-hearing these maybe I should t have. The rain would t stop. It felt like the whole world was washing the same sin over and over, never getting clean. The road twisted between forest and empty fields, my headlights catching half-buried signs along the way. One of them read "E will come to Black Hollow." The letters were dented with bullet holes. A welcome or a warning. There was no one in town. No dogs, no lights in the windows, just a flickering diner sign blinking through the storm. I parked and stepped out into the cold air that smelled of diesel and wet soil. It was the kind of smell that belongs to places that hide more than they show. Inside, behind the counter, an old man sat with a cup of coffee that no longer steamed like the coffee had died before he did. When I asked about the missing girl, he looked at me as if I had spoken a word that didn't exist here. No oni s missing he said. No one ever was. The way he said it stayed with me. I looked at the waiter same stare, same silence. The only sound was the slow hiss of the coffee machine and a broken country song playing somewhere in the back. As I left, I felt eyes on me. I turned no one. The rain fell harder, and the road ahead looked longer, stretching further each time I blinked. In the car, a message waited on my phone the one my editor friend had forwarded, wrong turn. Black Hollow Road. No emojis, no period, just silence between the words that felt heavier than the sentence itself. The Hollow Pine Motel had 6 doors, 1 vacancy, and a clerk with the kind of look that measured how long you d last, not how much you d pay. The key was metal, blue tag, room 4. The pen stuttered when I signed the register, right over my last name. Work? He asked, flat. Passing through I lied. He smiled, faintly. People don't t pass through he said. The circle. The room smelled of bleach and old cigarettes. The painting above the bed showed a lake that didn't t exist. I placed my recorder on the nightstand, the rain tapped the glass like impatient fingers. From outside, an engine growled, then stopped. Headlights crawled under the curtain, paused as if the driver needed to remember exactly which room I dicho sin then slid away. My scanner app caught a broken line through static, female voice Black Hollow Roada intermittent then silence. Like the town had pressed a finger to my lips. I told myself I was imagining things. But the first rule I ever learned about disappearances is simple: there is always a sound before the story really begins. Tonight, it wasn't t thunder. It was my own breath counted by someone else. And worst of all the feeling that I hadn't t come here to watch the story. The story had come here to watch me. Morning didn't t look like morning in Black Hollow. It looked like the same night pretending to be something else. The sky hung low and gray, fog spilling over the trees like a slow tide. The air smelled of rust and damp wood. Drops slid down the windshield in thin veins that refused to stop bleeding. The police station sat behind an old railway crossing small, brick, tired. The sign above the door was half broken, hanging by one rusted chain. Inside, the lights flickered, and the air was colder than it should have been. A faded flag drooped on the wall, its colors drained, as if it didn't t belong to anyone anymore. Behind a desk sat Sheriff Harris. The nameplate was crooked. His eyes were flat, like someone who had stopped expecting answers a long time ago. When I mentioned the missing girl, he looked through me, not at me. A euro black hollow dos na euro t have open cases a euro, he said. His tone was calm, too calm. A euro, but there a euro essay report a euro, I insisted. A euro, eth last signal from her phone came from here. That can a euro t be a coincidence. A euro. He stood, moved to a cabinet, and opened a drawer. Pulled out a single folder a euro empty. The label read, Case 14B, he watched me as he slid it back inside. No words, just that look a euro cold, knowing, final. On my way out, I noticed a photograph on the wall. A large farmhouse, wooden porch, windows shattered. Below it, the caption, Black Hollow Farm, 1962. Something in the picture felt a euro familiar. Not in a memory, but deeper, like a dream I a euro d had and tried to forget. Then the bulb above the frame flickered. The air thickened. For a moment, I thought I heard whispering, not from the room a euro but from inside the wall itself. I turned toward the door. In the glass reflection, for just a second, I saw something behind me. A shape. When I spun around a euro, nothing. Outside, I exhaled into the fog. The silence was na euro t just quiet a euro, it was watching. And theta euro s when I realized, in Black Hollow, even the air has eyes. The road to the farm was almost invisible. Overgrown grass swallowed the dirt track, and the wire fences leaned like the bones of something long dead. The sky was heavy, a dull gray that pressed against the trees, and the wind carried the smell of rain and rot. I followed an old map a bus driver had given me the night before. On it, the farm was circled in red ink, with one word written beside it, forbidden. He never explained why. He just said, a euro anybody normal goes there. A euro. When I arrived, the house looked exactly like the photograph in the police station. Large, wooden, leaning forward as if it wanted to fall. Broken windows, an open door, and a porch covered in leaves. It felt wrong before I even stepped inside. The floorboards groaned under my shoes. The wallpaper peeled in strips. On the wall a euro old newspaper clippings. Asterisk a euro college student missing near Harrisburg. A euro asterisk. Asterisk a euro body still unfound. A euro asterisk. Asterisk a euro police without leads. A euro asterisk. All women. All young. All gone within 50 miles of this place. On a table sat a dusty cassette tape. No label, just two words scratched into the plastic, play me. Every instinct screamed to leave it alone, but curiosity was the one flaw I a euro d never managed to fix. I pressed record on my own device and hit play. A voice. Soft. Fragile. A woman a euro s voice a euro barely above a whisper. A euro don't a euro t listen to him. When he tells you to look at the woots a euro don't a euro t. A euro. Then the tape stopped. Silence. But not real silence a euro, the kind that waits. I looked toward the window. Through the fog, on the edge of the trees, a figure stood. Tall. Still. Too still. I couldn't a euro t see a face, just the outline, pale against the gray. And then, in a blink a euro it was gone. My heart beat so hard it hurt. And for the first time since I a euro d arrived, I understood something terrible. Maybe this wasn't a euro t just another story to report. Maybe I wasn't a euro t the observer this time. Maybe I was already part of it. That night, I couldn't a euro t sleep. The rain had stopped, but the room still sounded like it was dripping from the inside. Somewhere behind the wall, water, or something pretending to be water, kept falling. The clock read 2:43 a.m. The air smelled like dust and cheap detergent. I turned on the lamp. The shadow of the bed stretched across the wall like a person leaning closer. For a second, I froze, then realized it was just my reflection in the mirror Euro, only it didn't Euro T move when I did. Something knocked behind the glass. Soft, deliberate. I told myself I was exhausted Euro, too much caffeine, too little rest. I opened my laptop, scrolling through the case notes. The missing girl Euro's name was Laura Jennings. The last signal from her phone had come from the intersection 2 miles north of Euro * Black Hollow Road *. The final security footage from a gas station showed her speaking with a man in a dark jacket. The frame was too blurred to identify his face. The police had marked it as a Euro lost. Euro. The door handle moved. Slowly. I looked up. No sound. Just that faint metallic click, once a Euro, then again. A Euro whined, a Euro, I whispered. But the curtains were in a Euro T moving. I stood, walked to the door, and pressed my ear against it. Footsteps. One step, pause, another Euro, slow, careful, listening to me breathe. Then silence. I backed away, eyes fixed on the handle. It twitched, then stopped. Something on the other side was testing me, a Euro, testing the space between fear and reason. I turned off the lamp, pulled the chair to the door, and sat on the bed, phone in hand, recording every sound. Far away, a truck engine rumbled, then faded. The kind of sound that feels too big for the night. Headlights crawled past the curtains, tracing along the wall. They paused for just a heartbeat outside my window, a Euro, then drifted away. I wanted to believe it was nothing. But deep down, I knew. Whoever was out there was a Euro T passing through. They were waiting for something. Maybe for me to open the door. Maybe just to see if I would. I woke to the sound of footsteps above me. Only a Euro, the motel didn't a Euro T have a second floor. I sat up fast, heart still echoing in my chest. The rain had stopped completely. Outside, the fog had thickened, rolling low over the parking lot like smoke that refused to leave. My car was damp, but not from rain. Someone had dragged their finger across the windshield, writing one single word in the mud, liar. The letters were uneven, angry. At the front desk, no one answered the bell. The key rack hung neatly, Euro, every key in its place except one. Room 4. Mine. A chill spread through my chest. Logic tried to explain Ida Euro, some twisted prank, maybe another guest. But jokes don't a Euro T feel like this. Jokes don't a Euro T know your name. When I came back to the room, something was waiting on the table. A cassette tape. The same one from the farmhouse. I hadn't a Euro T taken it with me. I know I hadn't a Euro T. I pressed play with shaking hands. A woman a Euro's voice, a Euro quiet, broken. A Euro knows you came. Don't a Euro T stay past the third night. A Euro. Then a click. And another voice followed. Male. Calm. Too calm. A Euro, Ida Euro's already too late. A Euro. The tape cut off. I stared at the door. A shadow passed under the crack of light. A handprint smeared across the frame, a Euro, wet mud, red-brown. The handle didn't a Euro T turn this time. It didn't a Euro T have to. I knew whoever it was had already been inside. I rushed to the car. The fog swallowed the sound of my footsteps. The engine started on the first try, and for a moment I felt safe, a Euro, until the GPS lit up on its own. The route reloaded. Not to the highway. Back toward the woods. The screen flickered once. Black Hollow Road. I should a Euro V turned it off. But I didn't a Euro T. Because somewhere, in the static hum of the radio, I thought I heard her voice again. Laura. Whispering one last thing. A Euro, keep driving. A Euro. The road narrowed to a ribbon of mud and roots, the trees leaning in like witnesses afraid to speak. The GPS stopped showing streets and switched to an empty gray field with a single pulsing dot. The label didn't match anything on the map. It just read, Black Hollow Farm. I told myself I was only checking the last ping. I told myself I would turn around if anything felt wrong. But wrong had been following me since the moment I arrived. The woods thinned at a clearing. In the middle stood a rusted metal tower, an old repeater, wrapped in vines and moss, humming with a tired electrical breath. Beneath it, half buried in wet leaves, I saw a flash of blue. A backpack. I knelt. The zipper stuck, then gave. Inside, a wallet with a student ID Laura Jennings a small spiral notebook, a hair tie, a half-empty bottle of water turned brown at the rim. At the bottom, a phone. It was dead. I plugged it into my car charger anyway and watched the screen slowly awaken, dim and stubborn. Messages loaded in pieces, like a memory trying to remember itself. The final text was timestamped 11:48 p.m. He here. 2 words, nothing else. No location pin, no response from anyone. Just that. Something cracked in the trees to my left. A branch, brittle and deliberate. I stood with the phone in my hand, listening. The sound didn't repeat. That was worse than if it had. The air sharpened, I could see my breath, though it wasn't that cold before. The tower hummed louder, then softer, as if something were interfering with it. On my own screen, a notification slid across the top. Unknown device detected. The map refreshed. A new app then another. One moved when I moved. The second stayed still, just behind me, only a few meters away. I turned. Nothing. Only fog. I opened Laura's notebook. Pages of restless handwriting. Names. Dates. Half-drawn maps of the valley. On the last page, a sentence pressed so hard the paper almost tore. If you find this, don't look at the light. I lifted my eyes and saw it, a glow through the trees, far too white for a flashlight, too steady for a fire. It hovered, not quite moving, not quite still, like it was holding its breath with mine. The tower hummed a higher, strained. The phone vibrated once in my palm and showed a new banner I hadn't tapped, hadn't called, hadn't wanted. Kalinga mom. I didn't touch the screen, but the call connected anyway. A woman answered on the first ring, voice raw with hope. Laura, I couldn't say anything. I couldn't breathe. The glow brightened. The second dot on my screen slid closer, 1 meter at a time, as if it were learning how to walk. Laura, the voice asked again, softer, breaking. I ended the call. I closed the notebook. And I finally understood, I was never the one tracking this place. It had been tracking us. I ran back toward the car, trying not to listen to the sound of my own footsteps. Every crunch of wet leaves felt like someone following half a second behind me. When I reached the car, the engine was off. I hadn't turned it off. The key was still in the ignition, but everything was no sound, no lights, no hum. I locked the doors and sat still, waiting for my pulse to slow down. The fog had crept up to the windows, thick enough that I couldn't see the trees anymore. It pressed against the glass like it wanted in. I turned on the ignition. The dashboard flickered, then came to life. The GPS didn't show the road anymore, just a black screen with a blinking message, unknown device detected. Then a dot appeared. It pulsed once. Twice. And moved exactly when I did. I froze. My fingers hovered over the screen. Another message appeared beneath the first, tracking active. I tried shutting it off, but the buttons wouldn't respond. My phone buzzed one notification, then another, then 20. Each one said the same thing, *a black hollow connected. *. In the rearview mirror, the fog shifted. Something dark moved behind the car. Slow, deliberate, almost human. When I turned around, it was gone. When I looked back in the mirror, it was closer. I slammed the gear into drive and hit the gas. The tires spun in the mud before gripping the road. The car lurched forward, the tower disappearing behind me. For a moment, the GPS caught signal again. The screen showed a new route, recalculating. I exhaled. Then the route changed again. And again. Each time it recalculated, the blue line curved back to the same destination. Black Hollow Farm. I shouted at it, smacked the screen, but the voice navigation spoke over me. My own voice. Euro turn left, Euro it said. Euro turn right. Euro keep going. Euro. I slammed the brakes and the car skidded sideways. In the rearview mirror, twin beams of light appeared. Headlights. Bright, steady, unmoving. Another car, parked behind me. My heart stopped for half a beat. The radio switched on by itself, filled with static, then a voice, faint and distant, whispering through the noise. Don't go toward the light. I turned the key to kill the engine, but the headlights outside didn't move. They just waited. And I finally understood, whatever was out there wasn't trying to find me. It was leading me somewhere. The fuel light blinked red, steady as a heartbeat. I was almost out. I been driving for hours, or minutisa I couldn't tell anymore. The fog was so thick the headlights looked like they were cutting through smoke, not air. Behind me, the other car S lights hovered. Two white orbs, low, patient. They didn't move closer. They didn't fall behind. They just stayed. 10 minutes. 15. I tried not to look back, but I could feel them on my neck like heat that never fades. When I finally stopped the car, the silence was worse than the engine noise. I stepped out. The night was colder than it had any right to be. The fog clung to my skin, heavy and wet, smelling faintly of burnt rubber and something sweet, like decay. I walked toward the edge of the road. The headlights behind me flickered onto then slid forward a few meters. No sound of an engine. No crunch of tires. Just motion. I froze. The lights held still again. Ethis real, I whispered. But the fog moved as if it heard me. I climbed back into the car and turned the key. Nothing. Not even a click. The radio crackled on its own, that familiar distortion like breathing underwater. A voice came through warped, metallic, unhuman. Do not try to lead. The static swallowed the words. The GPS lit up again, though I hadn't touched it. Turn around. I looked in the mirror. The headlights were gone. In their place something else. Far ahead, through the mist, a single yellow glow appeared. A window light. A house. No houses existed on this stretch of road. I checked the map a dozen times. But there it was a faint, trembling light, alive in the fog. And somehow, I knew that house. Not from here. From the photograph in the police station. And from my dreams. I stepped out again, every instinct screaming to stay put. But my feet didn't listen. They carried me toward the light, slow, unwilling, like strings pulling a puppet forward. When I reached the porch, the air around me grew still. No crickets, no wind, not even the hum of my own thoughts. Then the front door opened by itself. Just a few inches. Enough for the house to breathe me in. The air inside was heavy thick with dust, smoke, and something older. Every step made the floorboards sigh, as if the house was remembering how to breathe again. My flashlight flickered when I crossed the threshold, even though the batteries were new. There were footprints on the floor, muddy, faint, and not mine. Someone had been here. Or still was. The living room was small, walls lined with rotting wallpaper and water stains that looked almost like faces. In the corner stood an old television set, the kind with dials instead of buttons, wood frame, glass screen dull with age. It wasn't a plugged in. At least, I didn't see any cable. Above it hung a framed photograph, a young woman in a white dress, pale, half-smiling. The caption underneath, Laura Jennings, 2013. I touched the frame. The glass was cold, slick with condensation. And then, the TV came on by itself. White noise. Static. Then, an image grainy, shaking, like something filmed on a handheld camera. It was this same room. Same couch. Same television. Laura sat in the middle of the frame, eyes darting toward the door. Her voice trembled. Osh told me not to go into the basement, she whispered. But now I hear him down there. I think he is not alone. The screen went black. Then flickered back on only this time, it wasn't Laura. It was me. Standing exactly where I was standing now. Same angle. Same lighting. Same shadow falling over my face. For a moment, I couldn't move. My pulse slowed until it felt like silence inside my chest. On the screen, something behind me moved just a blur, a shape passing through the frame. I turned around. Nothing. When I faced the TV again, a message had appeared, written from inside the glass, letters traced by a finger on the other side. Don't look down. The sound in the room vanished. Even the static stopped. Then I felt a breath of cold air at my feet. I looked down. The wooden trapdoor in the floor was open just enough to let darkness spill out. From beneath, a sound like breathing rose to meet me. Not loud. Not threatening. Just human. And that was somehow worse than anything else. The trapdoor creaked wider as I pulled it open. The hinges groaned like something waking from a long sleep. A faint, flickering light pulsed from below, yellow and sickly, like a dying candle that refused to give up. The smell hit first. Damp wood. Old earth. Rust. And underneath all of it, something metallic, faint, familiar. I gripped the sides of the opening and started down. The stairs were narrow, uneven, each step louder than the last. My flashlight beam trembled across the walls. When I reached the bottom, I realized this wasn't a basement. It was a room. A perfect square. Too clean to be abandoned. The walls were lined with wooden panels, freshly nailed, polished. On the far side stood a long table, and on it photographs. Dozens. Maybe hundreds. At first I thought they were random crime scene prints, but then I saw the pattern. Every photo was of a woman. Different ages, same expression caught between fear and realization. Each had a name written underneath. Each had a date. The latest *** Laura Jennings ***. The one before her *** Mia Collins ***. And before Theta Ellen Ward. My hands started to shake. I flipped to the next picturia euro and froze. It was me. Sitting in my car. From last night. The camera angle was too close to be a coincidence. I looked around. There were more photos pinned to the walls, dozens of them, all the same euro women walking, driving, entering rooms. Different years, different seasons. All taken from a distance. On a shelf, an old camcorder blinked, read a euro battery still alive. I pressed play. The screen lit up, showing the same room. A man a euro's voice spoke, low, calm, steady. A eurosh came back. They always come back. Eat a euros what they do. A euro. Then, in the background, Laura appeared in the frame. Her face pale, eyes wide. She looked straight into the lens. Straight at me. A euro we tell them a euro, she said. A euro we tell them he euros not finished. A euro. The footage cut out. On the table beside the camera lay a folder. My name written on it, a euro asterisk asterisk Emily Carter asterisk asterisk. Inside, photos of my apartment, my office, even my car at the gas station. My throat went dry. The light above me flickered once. And from upstairs, footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Then a voice. A euro, you found what you came for, Emily, a euro. The same voice from the tape. The same voice from the radio. He was here. I stood frozen, staring at the stairs. The footsteps above me stopped. For a long time, there was no thing to euro, no voice, no movement, just the sound of my own heartbeat filling the silence. Then the door at the top creaked shut, and I was alone again. On the table, next to the camera, sat a cassette recorder. Not the one from before. This one was newer. Clean. Waiting. A piece of masking tape across the front read, a euro interview 1 a euro Emily. A euro. I hadn't a euro T recorded any interview. I hadn't a euro T even spoken to anyone here. My hand shook as I pressed play. At first, just static. Fina euro, my voice. Soft, tired, and far too calm. A euro, my name is Emily Carter. I came to Black Hollow to find the truth. But now I see a euro, the truth is a euro T what disappears. The truth is what stays when everything else is gone. A euro. I hit stop, but the tape kept rolling. Then another voice joined in. Male. Deep. Measured. A euro, eat same words a euro, he said. A euro, you all start the same. You think you a euro read different. You think you a euro LL be the one who escapes. A euro. The sound distorted, stretching, warping. Then a third voice read a euro, a woman a euro s, older, trembling. A euro, me name is Ellen Ward. If anyone ever finds this tape a euro, don't a euro T trust him. He do us a euro T kill you. He waits for you to surrender. A euro. The tape clicked once, paused, and then something tapped the microphone. A slow rhythm. Like a heartbeat. Then a whisper. The same man again. A euro, we tell me, Emily. How does your story end, a euro? I yanked the tape out, threw it across the table. The recorder clicked off, but the voice didn't a euro T stop. It came from the room itself. From the walls. A message scrawled in red marker ran across the wood paneling. It all repeats. I backed toward the stairs. Light leaked in from the door above, but it wasn't a euro T steady a euro, it flickered, like the house was breathing with me. When I reached the first step, a shadow appeared against the wall. A man a euro's outline. Still. Watching. Then his voice a gyna euro calm, quiet, as if he were smiling. A euro, eat a euro's time for your turn, Emily. A euro. The light went out. And everything went dark. The light came back all at once. Not gradually a euro, like someone flipped a switch and forgot to make it believable. I ran up the stairs, heart pounding, the flashlight beam shaking across the walls. When I pushed through the door, the cold night hit me like a slap. The house looked smaller from the outside, as if it was hiding what it truly was. Then headlights cut through the fog. A police car. Sheriff Harris stepped out, his silhouette framed by the red and blue glow. For a second, I felt relief. Then he spoke. "A euro, Miss Carter, a euro," he said calmly, like this was an interview, not a rescue. "A euro, you should a euro t be here. A euro." His voice was too even. Too careful. "A euro, you a euro ve been following me. A euro," I said. "A euro, you knew what was happening, didn't a euro t you, a euro?" He didn't a euro t answer. Instead, he took off his hat, brushed off a spot of dust, and set it back on. "A euro ethis property a euro s been abandoned for years. A euro," he said. "A euro, no one lives here. No only euro s supposed to. A euro. A euro, I saw her. A euro, I snapped. A euro, Laura Jennings. She was here. A euro." Harris tilted his head, studying me with eyes that didn't a euro t blink. "A euro, Laura Jennings. A euro," he repeated. "A euro ethita euro sa name I haven't a euro t heard in 10 years. A euro." Then, quieter, "A euro, but you said it exactly like she did. A euro." My skin went cold. "A euro, what are you talking about? A euro." He stepped closer, and the air between us grew heavy. "A euro, you all say the same things. A euro," he murmured. "A euro, you find the pictures. You find the tapes. You think you a euro ve uncovered something. But a euro s always the same story. A euro." He reached into his coat and pulled out a single photo. It was me a euro standing in front of the very house behind us. Same night. Same fog. But the timestamp said 2013. "A euro ethis con a euro t be real. A euro," I whispered. He smiled faintly. "A euro real enough. A euro." Then he turned toward his car. "A euro, go back to your room, Miss Carter. You a euro ll find everything in order. A euro." I wanted to ask him how he knew where I was staying. But the words wouldn't a euro t come. When I looked up again, his car was already gone. No tire marks. No sound. Just the echo of his voice in my head. "A euro, you a euro re not the first, Emily. And you want a euro t be the last. A euro." The road should have taken me out of town. I checked the map a euro once, twice, 3 times. It was supposed to lead north, back to the highway. But in Black Hollow, directions stopped meaning anything. The fog was thicker than before, turning everything outside my windshield into a moving wall of white. I kept one hand on the wheel, the other gripping the recorder on the seat beside me. I needed proof of something. Euro, anything. Euro, that I wasn't a euro t losing my mind. After 20 minutes, a sign appeared through the mist. Faded red letters on a white background. "Welcome to Black Hollow." I slammed the brakes. The car skidded, tires screaming. That was impossible. I hadn't a euro t turned once. I turned around, retraced my route, counting every curve, every tree. The same sign appeared again. "Welcome to Black Hollow." Same cracks in the metal. Same bullet holes. Same patch of dead grass at its base. Panic crept in slow. It didn't a euro t feel like fear a euro, it felt like being erased, one turn at a time. I opened the GPS app. It didn't a euro t show a road anymore. Just a pulsing blue dot sitting on an empty gray field. Then the voice guidance came back to life. "A euro or recalculating route. A euro," it said in that calm, digital tone. A second later, the destination appeared. Black Hollow Farm. I shouted at it. Hit the screen until it froze. The same route blinked back to life. €1 or calculating €1, the voice said again. And again. And again. Something moved behind me in the rearview mirror. Headlights. Faint, distant. But they were there. I hit the gas, heart hammering. The fog swallowed the lights. For a moment, I thought €1 lost theme €1 until the radio turned on by itself. Static. Then a voice. My own voice. €1 keep driving, Emily. You never left. €1. The GPS glitched, flickering between maps and static, then showed a new line curving right back to where I started. I screamed and slammed the brakes. The car spun halfway before stopping. When I looked up, the same sign stood in front of me again. Welcome to Black Hollow. I sat there, shaking, whispering to no one. €1 this is €1 T real. This can €1 T be happening. €1. Then, through the fog ahead, a shape appeared. A figure standing still in the middle of the road. Uniform. Badge. Sheriff Harris. But when the headlights hit his face, there were no eyes €1, just darkness where they should have been. The night folded in around me, thick and endless. I kept driving, hoping that movement alone could save me. The GPS was blank, the compass frozen, and the fog outside looked like it was breathing. Then, in the rearview mirror, two small lights appeared. €1 low, red, steady. A truck. At first, I was relieved. Another human being. Proof that the world still existed. But the truck didn't €1 T pass me. It didn't €1 T fall back either. It just followed. The distance between us never changed. I pressed harder on the gas, and it matched me perfectly. Mile after mile, like we were tied together by something I couldn't €1 T see. I tried waving, flashing my hazards, anything to €1, but the truck didn't €1 T react. Then, one short honk. Deep, metallic, hollow. It echoed through the fog like a warning I wasn't €1 T meant to understand. In the mirror, through the blur of rain and light, I saw something written on the windshield. 3 words traced in the dirt. You saw it too. My stomach turned cold. I didn't €1 T know what that meant €1, what €1 was €1, but I knew it wasn't €1 T good. I pressed the pedal to the floor. The road curved sharply to the left, tires skidding on the wet asphalt. When I looked again, the headlights were gone. Relief came for half a second €1 until they appeared ahead of me. The truck was now facing me, blocking both lanes. I slammed the brakes. The world tilted. The car stopped a few meters short. Through the fog, the license plate glowed under the headlights. 7-1-4. The same number from my dreams. The engine of the truck idled low, deep, almost like breathing. I could see movement in the cab. Someone sitting there, perfectly still. €1 please, €1, I whispered to no one. €1 please move. €1. The headlights blinked off. Total darkness. Then, a voice from the radio. Soft. Familiar. €1 you wanted the truth, Emily. €1's right in front of you. €1. The lights snapped back on €1 blinding white. The cab was empty. The door creaked open, slow, deliberate. A single page fluttered out, carried by the wind until it hit my windshield. A newspaper clipping. The headline, Journalist Missing on Black Hollow Road. Data €1 today. My hands went numb. I couldn't €1 T tell if I was still breathing. And then I realized €1 maybe I wasn't €1 T reading the story anymore. Maybe I a Euro D become the next headline. I don't a Euro T remember turning around. One moment I was staring at the headlights, and the next, the motel sign was glowing faintly through the fog. Hollow Pine. Same place. Same flickering a Euro vacancy a Euro light. The parking lot was empty. My car Euro S engine ticked as it cooled, the only sound in the air. When I reached room 4, the door was slightly open. Insidia Euro nothing. No bag. No clothes. No laptop. Even the bedspread was gone. The room smelled different a Euro stale, dry, untouched. Like no one had stayed here in years. On the wall, where the calendar had been, someone had written a single word in the dust. Check out. My hands were shaking as I went to the front desk. The bell didn't a Euro T ring anymore. The register lay open, pages yellowed and brittle. My name was still there a Euro Emily Carter Euro, but a red line crossed through it. Under a Euro date of departure a Euro someone had written, today. 2:43 a.m. ***. The exact time I a Euro D heard footsteps last night. I felt sick. The motel key was hanging on the wall behind the desk, neatly hooked in its place. My key. Room 4. Right beside it, another tag a Euro *** room 7, staff only ***. Something about it pulled me in. I took the key and opened the door behind the reception. A narrow hallway stretched out, the air damp and cold. The walls were covered in scratches, as if someone had clawed at them. At the end of the hallway, light flickered beneath a door. Television light. When I pushed it open, the smell hit me a Euro same detergent, same dust, same furniture. It was an exact copy of my room. Same bed. Same lamp. Same photo of the lake that didn't a Euro T exist. On the bed, someone was lying face down. I took a step closer. The figure was wearing my jacket. My shoes. My hair fell the same way. I reached out. My fingers touched cold skin. The body turned over. I was staring into my own face. Then the TV flashed bright white, filling the room with a blinding glow. Words appeared across the black screen in large, trembling letters. Ida Euro S all been recorded. And just like that, the power died. Darkness swallowed everything, including me. When the light came back, I was sitting on the floor. The TV was off, the air still humming with the echo of that message. I couldn't a Euro T tell if I a Euro D fainted or just stopped existing for a few seconds. The room looked untouched again, like nothing had happened. But on the table, there was something new. A small digital recorder. Not old. Not dusty. Brand new. The red light was on a Euro recording. I didn't a Euro T touch it. I just listened. At first, I heard nothing but breathing. Thina Euro my own voice. Quiet, controlled, like someone performing calm for the sake of survival. A Euro icon a Euro T find the exit a Euro the voice said. A Euro every door leads back to the same hallway. The walls are changing color. A Euro. I stopped breathing. Those were my thoughts. I hadn't a Euro T said them out loud. I stepped closer, staring at the little screen. The counter kept ticking. 47 seconds, 48 seconds. 49 seconds. It was recording me in real time. I whispered, a Euro stop it. A Euro. The voice on the recorder whispered back, perfectly in sync. A Euro stop it. A Euro. I felt the room tighten around me. I pulled the batteries out, but the red light stayed on. The static deepened, turned into something like a pulse. Then, another voice joined a Euro male, deep, distorted. A euro don a euro t turn it off, Emily. A euro. I took a step back. A euro what do you want from me, a euro? The voice answered instantly, through the speaker. A euro what do you want from me, a euro? I screamed. The sound came back half a second later, echoing from the device like a mockery. Then the recording skipped a heat. A euro time reversed itself. The counter started counting down. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Each number came with a breath through the speaker. When it hit 0, silence. Then, a whisper. A euro you euro re next, Emily. A euro. The red light went out. For a moment, I thought it was over a euro until I heard footsteps behind me. Slow. Careful. And then that same voice, this time not from the recorder. From the hallway. A euro e to euro s time. A euro. The footsteps stopped before they reached the door. Then, nothing. The silence stretched so long that it started to sound alive. When I finally opened the door, the hallway beyond was dark. Only one faint light flickered at the very end, behind a half-open door I didn't remember seeing before. I followed it. The smell of dust and old paper grew stronger. The room beyond looked like an office that time had forgotten. A wooden desk. A broken lamp. And everywhere a euro recorders. Dozens of them. Some digital. Some cassette. All labeled. Names written in faded ink. Ellen Ward, 1992. Sarah Blake, 2004. Mia Collins, 2008. Laura Jennings, 2013. And at the end of the tablia euro *** Emily Carter, 2023 ***. My throat tightened. I pressed play on the oldest one. A woman a euro s voice a euro cracking, terrified. A euro Othi said I was just here to document. But I think I a euro am the story now. A euro. The next recorder. A younger voice. A euro he a euro s not human. He hears when you think. A euro. And another. A euro I tried to leave. I woke up back here. A euro. Each voice bled into the next until they sounded like one long whisper. Different women, same fear. Same ending. I picked up the one marked Laura Jennings. When I pressed play, I expected her voice. But it was his. Calm. Deep. Certain. A Euroosh came for the story. They all do. And when Ida Euro s told, the story needs a new voice to keep it alive. A euro. I dropped the recorder. It hit the floor but kept playing. Behind me, another device clicked on by itself. Then another. And another. A chorus of voices filled the room. My name echoed through them, layer after layer. A euro Emily. A euro. A euro Emily. A euro. A euro Emily. A euro. The air pulsed with sound until it felt thick enough to touch. I covered my ears, but I could still hear it inside my head. It wasn't a euro t just noisy a euro, it was rhythm. Pattern. Ritual. I stumbled back, hand brushing across a notebook on the desk. Dates. 10 years apart. Perfect spacing. The last one read, 2023 a euro Emily Carter. Below it, an empty line. Waiting for the next name. The lights flickered. The recorders went silent all at once. Then his voice, alone in the dark. A euro we will come to the archive, Emily. You finally belong. A euro. Dawn came colorless, pale, and tired. A thin drizzle hung in the air, turning the dirt road into a ribbon of gray. At the edge of the forest, a silver sedan sat parked with its door half open. The headlights were dead. The battery, drained. A police cruiser pulled up behind it. Two officers stepped out, a Sheriff Harris and a young deputy who still believed in answers. Is that hers, the deputy asked. Harris nodded once. The ID tag still hung from the rearview mirror, Emily Carter, Channel 6 News. The inside of the car was neat. Too neat. The notebook lay open on the passenger seat. The last line written in shaky pen. Black Hollow JennyNeural T let go. No sign of struggle. No footprints beyond her own. No tire tracks except the ones that had brought her here. How long the had been sitting? The deputy asked. Since last night, Harris said quietly. Maybe longer. He leaned down, peering through the window. His reflection stared back at him from the glass, distorted by the morning rain. The deputy flipped through the notebook pages, stopping at a photograph tucked inside. A black and white print. The same car. The same spot. Dated 2013. He frowned. Ozer, theta s the Jennings case. Harris didn't T reply. He straightened up, looked toward the tree line. The fog there was thicker than it should been, shifting like it was breathing. Nothing new here, he said finally. But what about close the file, Harris interrupted. His tone was final. He walked back to the cruiser, the sound of gravel crunching under his boots. The deputy lingered by the car a moment longer, glancing once more through the open door. The dashboard recorder was still running. He reached inside and pressed play. Emilia's voice filled the silence, soft, distant. Wasna T the first. And I wanna T be the last. The deputy froze. The fog swallowed the sound. When he turned back, the sheriff was gone. No footsteps, no engine noise. Just the empty road, stretching into the mist. He looked down at the car again. Through the rain on the windshield, for half a second, he thought he saw a reflection. A woman's face. Calm. Expressionless. Watching him from the glass. And then it was gone. A year passed. Black Hollow was nothing more than a folder in an archive now. Old news, a story that no one wanted to touch anymore. In the newsroom, the fluorescent lights hummed quietly. Desks were half empty, screens flickering with headlines that already felt forgotten. Rachel Moore sat at the far end of the office, the last one still working. 29. Sharp. Restless. She had a file open on her screen titled Unsolved, Emily Carter. The articles were all the same copy and paste. Journalist missing in rural Pennsylvania. Police end search after 3 days. Sheriff declines further comment. Rachel sighed, closed the window, and leaned back. The city outside was washed in the pale light of early evening. She reached for her coffee, cold now, and theta s when the notification appeared. One new message. Unknown sender. Subject: Black Hollow Isma T finished. She frowned. Clicked. The message was short. No greeting. No signature. Just one line. If you read brave enough, follow the road until it ends. Attached one image. She hesitated before opening it. A photo loaded slowly, pixel by pixel. A silver car parked on a dirt road. Door open. Headlights off. A woman standing beside it turned away from the camera. The file name read, Emily_Carter_lastframe.jpg. Rachel zoomed in. In the reflection on the car window, another shape appeared a man silhouette, standing just behind the photographer. She pulled back, her chest tightening. Another email popped up immediately. Same sender. No text, just an audio attachment, recording_17.wave. She clicked play. Static filled the speakers. Then a woman's voice. Soft. Tired. Familiar. Theory still one story left to tell. Rachel froze. She heard that voice before. She studied it. Emily Carter. The screen flickered once, then went black. Letters began to appear across the blank monitor, one by one. Welcome back to Black Hollow. The office lights dimmed. The hum of the computers died. For a second, everything was silent. Then, outside the window, through the glass two faint headlights appeared, hovering in the distance. Waiting. Rachel whispered to herself. This can be real. But deep down, she already knew. Every story finds someone new to tell it. Night again. The same road. The same fog curling over the asphalt like it never left. Rachel drove with both hands on the wheel, her face lit by the dim blue glow of the dashboard. The headlights stretched only a few meters ahead before being swallowed by white. The radio hissed softly, cycling through static, every channel empty. On the passenger seat sat a single recorder. New. Shiny. And used. She had brought it with her. It was already there when she got in. The red light blinked once. Recording. She didn't notice at first. She was focused on the sign up ahead, the one that every story, every nightmare, always began with. Welcome to Black Hollow. Only this time, someone had spray painted a new word underneath. Forever. She slowed the car, the tires crunching over gravel. The rain began again, slow and deliberate. Each drop sounded like a countdown. Her voice broke the silence. This is Rachel Moore, she said quietly, as if speaking into a dream. If anyone finds this recording just know, I didn't come here for answers. I came to finish what she started. The headlights flickered. The engine stuttered once, twice, then steadied. The fog thickened until the world beyond the windshield was gone completely. On the radio, a woman's voice whispered barely there. Familiar. Calm. Keep driving. Rachel's eyes filled with tears she didn't understand. She whispered back, Emily, The voice didn't answer. Instead, the recorder on the seat played back her own words, seconds after she spoke them. This is Rachel Moore. If anyone finds these a. She turned the car off. The engine died. But the headlights stayed on, glowing against the fog. Outside, through the mist, another set of lights appeared. 2 beams. Low. Waiting. Rachel exhaled slowly. I see you, she said. The radio hissed one last time, then cleared. A man's voice, quiet, certain. Good. Theta how it begins. The screen faded to black. White text appeared over the sound of distant thunder. Inspired by true events. A soft wind. A single heartbeat. Then silence.